Welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be going over a currently discontinued model, an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. It's 37mm in case size, reference number 15450OR.OO.D088CR.01. Alright, we'll be going over the case, the bezel, dial, crown functions, the movement, as well as the bracelet, or in this case the strap. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on this watch as we go throughout the video. Alright, so starting off, again, this is a 37mm case from finger to thumb. That's the diameter of the case. Alright, we have a thickness of 9.8mm, and I measured a lug-to-lug distance of 47mm, but with an effective 56mm span when you consider the strap because of the way that it flares out. So it fits my wrist, well, You'll get to see that toward the end, but it fits my wrist quite nicely at 37mm. I prefer 36, but you know, I think I can make an exception for 1mm. I think it's fine just like that. All right, so taking a look at the case, we have a nice brush finishing as you would expect from Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks. Vertical brush finishing from top to bottom with matching directional brushing along the sides there, along with the crown side as well, matching the 9 o'clock side, and also a nice little high polish accent on this slide bevel. Gives it a very nice highlight on the vertices, sort of like the corners of the case, right? As you can also see on the back, sort of rear bezel, if you want to call it that, the case back, it has very much the same appearance as the front bezel, all right? Octagonal in shape, and also has those screws that are actually directly screwable or unscrewable. All right, now taking a look here, we have a circular sort of satin brush finishing with hallmarks on the back so that you know that you are dealing with precious metals, in this case yellow gold, all right, or actually rose gold to be specific. All right, we also have a glare-proof sapphire crystal on the front as well as on the back, and it allows for, you know, like the resistance of, you know, potential scratches and the like, especially if you're sliding it under a suit cuff. All of this working together gives you 50 meters of water resistance, so 5 bar below sea level. All right, so taking a look at this bezel, it's a rounded octagonal bezel, a vertical brush finish that matches that of the case, and with the first and second bevel, sort of like that high polish, right? Depending on the angle that you're viewing it, you can actually see, it actually seems as if the bezel itself is sort of floating above the case. Gives it a very interesting three-dimensional look, which, you know, literally it is three-dimensional, right? And on the very bottom bevel, if you look very closely, it is actually a brush finish going all the way around. All right, so it gives it a very nice distinctive look. Speaking of distinction, we also have the hexagonal screws, 8 of them, 1 on each corner, with the slots angled such that you have sort of that Gestalt visual perception principle of closure, in the sense that, you know, they're all sort of pointing toward each other, giving you that enclosed circular feeling. All right, very much evoking that general circular look. Gives it a very nice sense of unity here. On the inner bezel, we have a high polish. As you can see, a very nice rose gold look on the inside. And into the dial we go. We have index hour marks all going all the way around, a very, very tiny one for the 3 o'clock right next to that date aperture. And we also have a what is known as a silver toned dial with the Grande Tapisserie pattern. So what that basically means here is you have these tiny raised squares, and they also have a guilloche sort of finish to them. I can't really focus that closely onto them, But if you look very, very closely, maybe with a very powerful loop, you can see tiny, tiny swirls just sort of concentrically going around each other to create this sort of sun ray pattern, depending on the angle. All right, kind of subtle, but you can definitely see it. And certainly the camera doesn't do it justice. I'm looking at my monitor right now. It's not quite as good as looking at it with your bare eyes. All right. All right, we have the Audemars Piguet logo nicely balanced out with the word automatic, simply indicating that this is a mechanical watch, automatically wound. We'll go over that in just a moment. All right, the index hour markers do have a luminescence applied to them. All right, so you have 18 karat gold markers with a nice green luminescence on them. All right, so you can see them in low light situations quite easily on the hour and minute hands as well, the Royal Oak hands, sort of giving you that sense of, fitting in, that sense of unity with the overall shape of the index hour marks. Very distinctive for a Royal Oak. All right. Now turning the lights back on so we can see this once more. All right, we can see how this watch works. It works as you would expect, actually. Simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. The first position allows you to wind the watch rather simply there. All right, let me move the minute hand out of the way. All right, so the second position then allows you to quick set the date. So it's about a quarter turn to advance the date by 1. All right, so if you really somehow missed a bunch of days this month, you can do so. You can move forward rather quickly. It only moves forward, not backward. All right. And if you find yourself on the 30th of the month, tomorrow's the 1st, you can just simply move it once, and by the time midnight rolls around, you'll be on the 1st. Nice and easy. All right. Now, pull the crown out to the final position, and notice that it actually stops at seconds hand. Very useful for precise hacking function for the precise placement of the minute hand, depending on where that second hand is. Line it up with an atomic clock, and you're good to go. Also note that the sort of the minute and second hash marks, little marks around the perimeter, are actually directly painted onto the dial, giving it that really nice sense of precision. Very low on the visual hierarchy scale, but they're there when you need them. All right, so if you're looking for specific minutes, specific seconds, you can do so here very nicely and precisely. All right, now what allows all of this to work? It is the in-house made caliber, the 3120. It has the hours, minutes, and center seconds with the date function. That's really all you need for a Royal Oak. It is a self-winding mechanism, total diameter of 26.6 millimeters, and beats at a frequency of 3 Hertz or 21,600 vibrations per hour. So if you look at the seconds hand, it moves 6 times per second. Not that that matters to most of us. You're still going to get plenty of precision out of this timepiece. Overall, we have 40 joules inside this movement here, and note that it also has the 18 karat gold rotor, all right, which allows it to have that automatic winding function. So what this does is you can simply wind the watch using the crown, and your simple wrist movements will allow this watch to wind all the way up to its full power reserve, approximately 60 hours. So that's nearly 2.5 days. You can place it down on a Friday evening. You can pick it back up Sunday evening or even Monday morning with no need to wind the watch. Altogether, you have 280 parts total within this movement. All right. Now taking a look at the strap here, we have a hand-stitched large scale brown alligator strap with a matching 18 karat rose gold clasp here. Well, kind of a clasp, but also a pin buckle. I'll show you that in just a moment. But also looking at how the strap is laid out here, we have these large scales again, but as you get closer and closer to the clasp, you get smaller and smaller scales. Very good attention to detail from Audemars Piguet. All right, allowing for, sort of that sense of cohesion as you get closer and closer to the watch case. The scales get larger and larger. All right, a matching brown stitching on the top with a sort of light brown tan underneath. All right, and now looking at this clasp here, we have a fold over clasp, which has the Audemars Piguet logo, and this is how you know that this is an older generation model, because the fold-over clasps don't actually have this AP on them. Or maybe, I think the smaller cases may still have this, the smaller models may still have this, but this is largely being phased out for the you know, other forms, right? So how this works is that there's a sort of like a pin buckle in here, a pin inside the buckle here. All right, so simply just size it, or you can place it into any hole that basically fits your wrist, right? And once it's there, it stays, right? And then you just simply fold it over and snap it shut. And while we're here, I can actually try it on, give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. All right, now keep in mind, I do have a 7-inch wrist in circumference, and again, I do prefer 36mm watches, or at least when it comes to case size, but I can make an exception when it comes to this one at 37, because, let me zoom out here. All right, overall, I do have a very good compositional look with this watch. I can see plenty of the bracelet, which is a very nice frame for the case here. The case shines forth very brightly with this very nice silver white tapisserie textured dial. Makes it for a very distinctive look, and you know, honestly, you can't say no to Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks. There's simply, you can't go wrong with them. All right, when it comes to the overall weight, it's actually incredibly light for what it is. A 37mm case, so something like a Rolex would be a lot more noticeable on the wrist. This is actually quite light. The counterweight of the balance within the strap is actually enough, really, because you know, the thickness for this watch, just under 10mm, will slide very easily under a suit cuff, no issue there. And looking at it in general, when it comes to the color scheme, it does have the black dial. That is one of the other colors here. I believe you may be able to get this in blue, but right now I have the white right in front of us. And so looking at it, it goes with just about anything. It is a neutral-ish color, albeit bright. So if you have a darker sort of dress, darker suit, this will shine forth much more brightly, much more noticeably. But if you're wearing a lighter suit, lighter dress, this will definitely fit in and blend in much more nicely. And with the leather strap, that gives it much more of a dressy look, and rightfully so. It does slide underneath the suit cuff very nicely. Again, all right. And also looking at how the lugs sort of work here. On my wrist, a 7-inch wrist, the lugs do very much sort of sit above the wrist. They don't really go out beyond, extend beyond the bounds of my wrist here, but they do give a very good sense of venting here. I can actually feel cool air flowing through here, so it's very good for that respect. Very much needed for a leather type of bracelet, leather type of strap here. All right, and that's about it. That's all I got for you. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, as it helps us out. Be sure to comment as well. Let us know what you think about this watch. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit us at our online store, jazztime.com. Links in the description below. So if you'd like to purchase any watch like this, even if it's discontinued, like this one, or even the newer models, the larger ones, or even the smaller ones at 36mm, we have those in stock as well. All right, hit that buy now button to secure yours, and have a nice day. We'll see you next time. Take care of each other.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.